This is the story of a woman who believed hunger was not a warning, but a sign of progress. She thought weakness meant cleansing, and pain meant her body was becoming pure. This is the story of extreme clean eating and how it quietly ended the life of Karolina Krzyzak.
This video demo is the property of VL Tape Society.
Karolina Krzyzak didn't come to Bali to disappear. She came to become whole. In her mind, Bali wasn't just an island, it was a symbol, a place where modern life fell away, and the body could return to something natural, untouched, and pure. She believed that if she stripped life down to its simplest form, sunlight, silence, fruit, her body would finally heal. What no one realized at the time was that her body was already failing. When Karolina arrived at a wellness resort in December 2024, the staff immediately sensed something was wrong. Her face looked painfully thin. Her movements were slow and unstable. Her eyes sat deep in her face, and her bones were sharply visible beneath her skin. Walking seemed to drain her energy completely. Her nails had turned yellow. Her teeth showed visible deterioration. Her skin looked dry and fragile. This wasn't the appearance of someone resting. It was the appearance of someone running out of reserves. When staff expressed concern, Karolina remained calm. She explained that she was on a spiritual journey, that she was living clean, that she was healing. She believed Bali was a sacred place, a destination for purification of both body and mind. And in Bali, her beliefs didn't seem unusual. The island is known for yoga retreats, meditation centers, and alternative wellness communities. One lifestyle in particular felt aligned with her worldview: raw food living. Raw food philosophy rejects heat. Food is not cooked or processed above 40 degrees Celsius. Followers believe raw foods contain life enzymes that are destroyed by cooking. Meals are blended, juiced, fermented, or dried at low temperatures. Refined sugar is avoided. Processed food is rejected. For some, this includes vegetables, nuts, seeds, and fruit. But Karolina took it to its most extreme form. She lived as a fruitarian. Karolina's relationship with food had been narrowing for nearly a decade. Around 2015, when she was still a teenager, she began removing foods from her life one by one. First meat, then animal products, then cooked food entirely. Eventually, her diet became almost exclusively raw fruit: bananas, papayas, mangoes, watermelon, coconut, occasionally water, nothing more. No grains, no legumes, no protein sources, no salt, no oil. To Karolina, this wasn't deprivation, it was commitment. Fruit contains vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, but the human body requires balance. Without protein, the body cannot repair itself. Muscle tissue breaks down, organs weaken. Without vitamin B12, iron, calcium, zinc, and healthy fats, systems begin to fail silently. Hormones lose stability, bones lose density, nerves suffer damage, the immune system collapses. Excessive raw fiber disrupts digestion, and consuming raw food without balance increases bacterial risk. Karolina followed this lifestyle without medical supervision, without nutritional planning, and without flexibility. Over time, malnutrition became chronic. Despite her visibly fragile condition, Karolina refused medical help. When resort staff suggested she see a doctor, she dismissed their concern. She believed her symptoms were part of detoxification, that weakness meant toxins were leaving her body. Every day she requested only fruit, no vegetables, no nuts, no seeds, no protein. Even plant-based options were rejected. She used no oil, no salt, no cooked food. Even foods commonly accepted in vegan diets were considered impure in her eyes. Each morning she attempted light yoga and meditation, but as days passed, her strength faded. Eventually, even gentle movement became impossible. Staff noticed she rarely left her room. She would sit on her balcony staring at the landscape. Her body looked exhausted, but her expression remained peaceful, as if she believed everything was going exactly as it should. Then, one day, she stopped responding. When staff came to deliver her fruit, there was no answer. They knocked again. Still nothing. When they opened the door, they found Karolina lifeless. Her body weight was recorded at only 22 kilograms. Her muscles were severely wasted. Her skin was dry and dehydrated. Every sign pointed to long-term malnutrition. Authorities found no evidence of violence. The cause of death was confirmed as multiple organ failure, triggered by extreme nutritional and electrolyte deficiency. Her organs had simply reached their limit. Karolina's body was returned to her home country. Her family and friends were devastated. They later revealed that they had warned her repeatedly, that her eating habits were dangerous, that her health was declining. But Karolina didn't see herself as unwell. She saw herself as disciplined. Her obsession with clean eating began during her university years. At first, it seemed harmless, an interest in health, in mindful consumption, in avoiding excess. She started as a vegetarian, then became vegan, then rejected cooked food entirely. On social media, she shared quotes about food as pure energy. She described modern food as something that polluted the body. She followed influencers who promoted detoxification and spiritual purification through extreme diets, often without any scientific guidance. Cooking, she believed, destroyed life force. Eventually, even boiled vegetables made her feel guilty. After the pandemic, Karolina entered a deeper personal search. She explored yoga, meditation, and spiritual ideas about the body as a vessel of energy. In certain wellness circles, she encountered a dangerous belief that eating less increased awareness, that hunger elevated consciousness, less food, more light. Karolina began interpreting suffering as healing. Weakness became validation. Around 2023, she joined online fruitarian communities connected to influencers living in Bali and Thailand. They presented fruitarianism as the highest evolution beyond veganism. Only fruit, no grains, no legumes, no salt, no oil. She attended online seminars about living on light energy. She read books promoting fruit-only detoxes lasting weeks. Eventually, she made a final decision. She moved to Bali to fully commit. Psychologically, Karolina's behavior fits a pattern known as orthorexia nervosa, an obsession with eating correctly that leads to severe malnutrition. Unlike anorexia, the goal isn't thinness, it's purity. Any deviation creates guilt. Any flexibility feels like failure. Without medical or social intervention, this mindset becomes slow self-destruction. Nutrition experts consistently warn that fruit and vegetables are essential, but not sufficient on their own. Protein, fats, minerals, and electrolytes are not optional. Ignoring these needs doesn't cleanse the body, it dismantles it. In Karolina's case, the damage was relentless. Her body consumed its own muscle for energy. Hormonal systems collapsed. Her heart rhythm became unstable. Her kidneys and liver failed under constant strain. What she believed was detoxification was actually starvation, a gradual one. A healthy life is never built on punishment, and purity should never demand suffering. Karolina believed she was healing herself, but her body was quietly breaking down. Sometimes, the most dangerous harm comes disguised as wellness, and this has been VL Tape Society.